Hello friends, in this video we are going to see about the Mariana Trench, the deepest deepest trench in the world. Let's begin this video friends. Now we can see about the Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench or Mariana Trench or Mariana Trench is located in the Western Pacific Ocean about 200 kilometers east of the Mariana Island. It is the deepest trench in the world. It is crescent shaped and measure about 2,550 km in length and 69 km in width. The maximum known depth is 10,984 meter at the southern end of a small slot shaped valley in its floor, known as the Challenger Deep. However, some unrepeated measurements places the deepest portion at 11,034 meters. By comparison, if Mount Everest were placed into the trench at this point, its peak would be over 2 kilometers underwater. At the bottom of the trench, the water column above exerts a pressure of 1086 bars, more than 1071 times the standard atmospheric pressure at sea level. At this pressure, the density of the water is increased by 4.96%. The temperature at the bottom is 1 to 4 degrees Celsius. The trench is not the part of the sea floor closest to the center of the earth. This is because the earth is an oblate spheroid, not a perfect sphere. Its radius is about 25 kilometers, smaller at the poles than at the equator. As a result, parts of the Arctic Ocean seabed are at least 13 kilometers closer to the Earth's center than the Challenger Deep Sea floor. In 2009, the Mariana Trench was established as a United States Nation monument. A xenophyosaurs have been found in the trench by a Scripps Institution of Oceanography researchers at a record depth of 10.6 kilometers below the sea surface. Data has also suggested that microbial life forms thrive within the trench. Now we can see how the name Mariana Trench had been came. Mariana Trench is named after the nearby Mariana Island. The islands are part of the island arc that is formed on an overriding plate called the Mariana Plate. On the western side of the trench. Now we can see the geology of the Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench is the part of the Isoboin-Mariana subduction system that forms the boundary between two tectonic plates. In this system, the western edge of one plate, the Pacific plate, is subjugated. Beneath the smaller Mariana plate, that lies to the west. Crystal material at the western edge of the Pacific plate is some of the oldest oceanic crust on the earth, up to 170 million years old, and is therefore cooler and more denser. Hence, its great height difference relative to higher riding Mariana Plate. The deepest area at the plate boundary is the Mariana Trench proper. The movement of a Pacific and Mariana plate is also indirectly responsible for the formation of the Mariana Island. These volcanic islands are caused by flux melting of the upper mantle due to release of water that is trapped in minerals of subducted portion of the Pacific plate. Now we can see the research history of the Mariana Trench. The trench was first sounded during the Challenger expedition in 1875 using a weighted rope which recorded a depth of 4,475 fathoms In meter, that is 8,184 meters. In 1777, a map was published called Tiffany Carte des Grands Océans, that means deep map of the Great Ocean. This was released by Peterman, which showed Challenger Tiff, that is Challenger Deep at the location of that sounding. In 1899, USS Narrow converted Collier recorded a depth of 5,269 fathoms, that is 9,636 meters. In 1951, Challenger 2 survived the trench using echo sounding, a much more precise and vastly easier way to measure depth than the sounding equipment and drag lines used in the original expedition. During the survey, the deepest part of the trench was recorded when the Challenger 2 measured a depth of 5,960 fathoms, that is 10,900 meters, at 11 degree 19 north and 142 degree 15 east, known as the Challenger Deep. In 1957, the Soviet vessel Vidyas reported a depth of 11,034 meters at a location dubbed the Marianna Hollow. In 1962, the surface ship MV Spencer F. Barrier recorded a maximum depth of 10,915 meters using precision depth gauges. In 1984, the Japanese survey vessel Takio collected from the Mariana Trench using a narrow multi-beam echo sound. It reported a maximum depth of 10,924 meters, also reported as 10,920 meters, 10 meter. Remotely operated vehicle Keiko reached the deepest area of the Mariana Trench and made the deepest diving record of 10,911 meters on 24 March 1995. During survey carried out between 1997 and 2001, a spot was found along the Mariana Trench that had depth similar to that of the Challenger Deep, possibly even deeper. It was discovered while scientists from the Hawaii Institute of Geophysics and Planetology were completing a survey around Guam. They used the sonar mapping system towed behind the research ship to conduct the survey. This new spot was named HMRG, that is Hawaii Mapping Research Group, deep after the group scientists who discovered it. On 1 June 2009, a sonar mapping of the Challenger Deep by the Simrad EM120 sonar multi-beam bathymetry system for deep water mapping aboard the RV Kylo Mano, that means MOANA. Mothers of the nearest vehicle indicated a spot with the depth of 10,917 meters. The sonar system uses phase and amplitude bottom reduction with an accuracy of better than 0.2% of water depth across the entire swath. In 2011, it was announced at the American Geophysical Union fall meeting that a US Navy hydrographic ship equipped with a multi-beam echo sounder conducted a survey which mapped the entire trench to 100 meters resolution. The mapping revealed the extents of 4 rocky outcrops that to be former sea mounds. The Mariana Trench is a site chosen by researchers at Washington University and the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution in 2012 for a seismic survey to investigate the subsurface water cycle using both ocean bottom seismometer and hydrophones, the scientists are able to map structure as deep as 97 kilometers beneath the surface. Now we can see the descent of the Mariana Trench. 4 manned descents and the 3 unmanned descents have been achieved. The first was the manned descent by a Swiss designed Italian built United States Navy owned Bathyscaphe trace, which reached the bottom at 1:06 p.m. On 23 January 1960 with Don Valls and Jacques Picard on board. Iron shot was used for ballast with gasoline for buoyancy. The onboard system indicated a depth of 11,512 meter, but this was later revised to 10,916 meter. The depth was estimated from a conversion of pressure measured and calculation based on the water density from sea surface to seabed. This was followed by the unnamed ROVS Keiko in 1996 and Nereus in 2009. The first 3 expedition directly measured very similar depth of 10,902 to 10,916. The fourth was made by Canadian film director James Cameron in 2012. On 26 March, he reached the bottom of the Mariana Trench in the submersible vessel Deep Sea Challenger, diving to a depth of 10,908 meter. In July 2015, members of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Oregon State University and the Coast Guard submerged a hydrophone into the deepest part of the Mariana Trench, the Challenger Deep never having deployed one past a mile. The titanium shelled hydrophone was designed to withstand the immense pressure 7 miles under. Although researchers were unable to retrieve the hydrophones until November, the data capacity was full within the first 23 days. After months of analyzing the sounds, the experts were surprised to pick up national sounds like earthquakes, typhoon and balloon whales, along with man-made sounds such as boats. Due to the mission success, the researchers announced plans to deploy a second hydrophone in 2017 for an extended period of time. In April 2019, Victor Vescovo achieved a new record descent to 10,927 meter using the DSP limiting factor at Triton 36,000/2 model manufactured by Florida-based Triton submarines. He dived again in May 2019 and became the first person to dive the Challenger Deep twice. Now we can see the planned descents. As of February 2012, at least one another team was planning a piloted submarine to reach the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Dover Marine, a marine technology company based near San Francisco and set up in 1992, planned for a crew of 2 or 3 to take 90 minutes to reach the seabed. Now we can see the life in the Mariana Trench. The expedition conducted in 1960 claimed to have observed with great surprise because of the high pressure larger creatures living in the at the bottom, such as flatfish about 30 centimeter long and shrimp. According to Picard, the bottom appeared light and clear, a waste of firm diatomaceous oozy. Marine biologists are now skeptical of the supposed sighting of the flatfish, and it is suggested that this creature may instead have been a sea cucumber. During the second expedition, the unnamed vehicle Keiko collected mud samples from the seabed. Tiny organisms were found to be living in those samples. In July 2011, a researcher expedition deployed untethered lander called drop cams equipped with a digital video camera and light to explore the region of the deep sea. Among many other living organisms, some gigantic single-celled amphibia with a size of more than 10 centimeters belonging to the class of xenophyophores were observed. Xenophyophores are noteworthy for their size, their extreme abundance of the seafloor, and their role as host for a variety of organisms. In December 2014, a new species of snailfish was discovered at the depth of 8,145 meters, breaking the previous record for the deepest living fish seen on video. During the 2014 expedition, several new species were filmed, including huge crustaceans known as supergiants. Deep sea gigantism is the process where species grower than their shallow water relatives. In May 2017, an unidentified type of snailfish was filmed at a depth of 8,178 meters. The pollution in the Marianna Trench. In 2016, a research expedition looked at the chemical makeup of crustacean scavengers collected from the range of 7,841 to 10,250 meters within the trench. Within these organisms, the researchers found extremely elevated concentration of PCBs, a chemical toxin banned for its environmental harm in the 1970s, concentrated at all depths within the sediments of the trench. Further, researchers have found that amphipods also ingest microplastic, with 100% of amphipods have at least one piece of synthetic material in their stomach. Victor Veskova reported finding a plastic bag and candy wrappers at the bottom of the trench during his record-breaking dive in 2019, confirming that human-generated waste is capable of reaching the deepest part of the ocean. In 2019, Scientific American reported that carbon-14 from nuclear bomb testing has been found in the bodies of aquatic animal found in the trench, one of the most inaccessible regions of the earth. The possible nuclear waste disposal site. Like other oceanic trenches, the Marianna Trench has been proposed as a site for nuclear waste disposal, in the hope that tectonic plate subduction occurring at the site might eventually pushing the nuclear waste deep into the Earth's mantle, the second layer of the Earth. However, ocean dumping of nuclear waste is prohibited by international law. Furthermore, plate subduction zones are associated with very large megathrust earthquake, the effect of which are unpredictable for the safety of long-term disposal of nuclear waste within the hadopelagic ecosystem. In the end of this video, I am going to ask you a little crazy question that if you had a chance to visit the Marianna Trench and research in that, what will you do? You can leave it as comment, friends. Thanks for watching this video, friends.